Have you ever wondered why some people effortlessly draw others in without uttering a single word? There's an invisible power at play, and Robert Greene calls it the art of seduction. This isn't just about romance. It's about mastering influence, reading desire, and becoming irresistible in any room you walk into. From Cleopatra to Casanova, Greene uncovers the timeless tactics of history's greatest seducers and how you can use them to captivate, persuade, and conquer in everyday life. We're going to do a detailed breakdown of this book. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear understanding of how to see the world through the eyes of a master seducer and how to harness the power of seduction to influence others politically, socially, and even sexually. Seduction is a subtle, psychological game, an art of manipulation, charm, and persuasion to attract, influence, and control others. It's not just about romance. It's a strategic dance where the seducer plays on desires and weaknesses to gain power. Successful seductions begin with your character, your ability to radiate some quality that attracts people and stirs their emotions in a way that is beyond their control. Once hypnotized by your seductive character, your victims will not notice your subsequent manipulations. It will then be child's play to mislead and seduce them. Master seducers cast a lasting influence, winning the devotion of an individual, a crowd, or even an entire nation. To them, love is not merely beauty, but a weapon, a tool to be wielded. And if you're not careful, you may find yourself ensnared in their web. Every master seducer wields two powerful truths. First, they possess an intimate knowledge of their own allure, the magnetism in their voice, the danger in their charm, the unshakable confidence that makes resistance futile. Second, they study their prey with surgical precision. They don't just see defenses, they find the hidden cracks, the unspoken desires, and then, with calculated grace, they strike until surrender is inevitable. Part 1. The seductive character. There are 9 types of seducers in the world. Each embodies a unique trait that runs deep, whether it's confidence, charisma, or a magnetic presence that draws others in. Discover your own seductive quality so you can refine and harness it. But beware, anti-seductive behaviors can just as easily push people away. The Siren. The Siren is usually a woman. She captivates with a blend of beauty, sexual energy, and mystery, using her voice, body, and movements to appear sensual and alluring, yet always hinting at danger. Typically, she possesses an abundance of sexual energy and knows precisely how to use it. She embodies an almost theatrical, intoxicating persona, leveraging feminine charm and a magnetic, unhurried demeanor. The Siren's power lies in her ability to craft an aura of intrigue and desire, often remaining just out of reach, compelling others to pursue her. The Rake. The Rake is usually a man utterly captivated by women. He doesn't just like them, he adores them, studies them, lives for their attention. His fascination runs so deep it borders on obsession. But no matter how many hearts he wins, he's never satisfied with just one. That's part of his charm and his curse. He understands women like few men do, which only makes him more irresistible. Words are a woman's weakness, and the Rake is a master of seductive language. The Ideal Lover. The ideal lover is a keen observer. When they meet someone, they adapt to the mood, go with the flow, and discern what's missing in that person's life. Then they provide it. They sense their victim's deepest desires and craft an illusion of fulfillment, satisfying their needs and making them feel truly special. They are like a dream come true. The Dandy. The Dandy exhibits a mix of male and female traits. They're a master of ambiguity and intrigue, using their appearance and demeanor to create an aura of mystery and allure. They embody freedom, creativity, and confidence to capture our imagination. Greene's dandy is a figure who defies conventional gender roles and social expectations, blending masculine and feminine traits to captivate and unsettle others. The Natural. The Natural embodies a mix of childlike innocence, mischief, wonder, openness, and youthful energy. They appeal to others' protective instincts or attract those drawn to purity and naivety. By turning vulnerability into a virtue, Naturals evoke sympathy for their struggles, making people want to shield and support them. The Coquette. The Coquette is a master of the push-pull game. They draw you in, then pull away, teasing rewards that stay just out of reach. They seem independent and mysterious, making them even more desirable. Their power lies in making you wait, keeping you trapped between hope and frustration. They bait you with promises of pleasure, happiness, or success, but never let you have it. And the more they deny you, the harder you chase. The charmer. Charmers are virtuosos of attention, specializing in making their target feel like the sole focus of the room. They create a pleasurable, conflict-free environment where their target's ego is amplified, lowering defenses and fostering dependency on their attention. Unlike the more intense or mysterious seducers, the charmer wins people over with likability and social grace. The charismatic. A charismatic seducer captivates by radiating magnetic energy, confidence, mystery, and passion that draws people in like a spell. They master the art of allure by balancing intensity with detachment, making others feel uniquely seen while keeping them hungry for more. With a hypnotic gaze, electrifying presence, and unshakable self-assurance, they don't just attract, they enchant, turning every interaction into a seductive game where they hold the winning hand. Their power, making you want to be under their influence. The star. Stars are mesmerizing mysteries, beautiful, distant, and just out of reach. They glow with a dreamy charm, making us imagine more than what's really there. They're like a blank screen on which others can project their dreams and desires. We can't look away. Their style pulls us in, yet they stay elusive like a fantasy. Without even realizing it, they shape how we think, act, and dream. So, what's your usual style when it comes to attraction or relationships? I draw people in, then become distant or unavailable. The coquette. I make others feel special and deeply desired. The ideal lover. I enjoy being admired and having the spotlight. The star. I stay true to myself and let others come to me. The dandy. I mix playfulness with a hint of innocent charm. The natural. I pursue passionately and don't hold back. The rake. I lead with confidence, vision, and purpose. The charismatic. I disarm with warmth and ease. The charmer. I captivate with allure, mystery, and sensual energy. The siren. These are the 9 types of seducers that Robert Greene describes. Greene also introduces another archetype. Not a seducer, but an anti-seducer. Anti-seducers are their polar opposites. Self-absorbed, oblivious to others' psychology, and inherently repellent. What unites them all is one potent trait: insecurity. Most of us have at least 1 or 2 anti-seductive traits. Being aware of these qualities can help you avoid unintentionally pushing people away. At the same time, you can distance yourself from anti-seducers, or even use these traits to keep them at bay. The brute. The brute lacks subtlety, relying on force, aggression, and impatience. Instead of seducing with charm and allure, the brute tries to rush the process, often intimidating or overwhelming the target, which ultimately repels rather than attracts. The suffocator. The suffocator becomes overly attached very quickly, overwhelming the other person with excessive attention, affection, and demands. They leave no room for mystery or independence, causing the target to feel trapped and eager to escape. The moralizer. The moralizer constantly judges, criticizes, or preaches, making others feel guilty or ashamed of their natural desires. They drain the fun and lightness from interactions. The tightwad. The tightwad is stingy, not just with money, but also with emotions, energy, and attention. Their reluctance to give freely makes them deeply unattractive, because true seduction requires a spirit of generosity, abundance, and open-heartedness. The bumbler. The bumbler is awkward, self-conscious, and visibly unsure of themselves. Their lack of confidence creates tension and discomfort, destroying the smooth, effortless atmosphere that seduction needs to thrive. The windbag. The windbag talks endlessly, usually about themselves, showing little genuine interest in others. Their self-absorption creates boredom and alienation, because true seduction is about making the other person feel fascinating and desired. The reactor. The reactor is overly sensitive and defensive, taking everything personally. Their strong emotional reactions to slights, teasing, or playful behavior make interactions heavy, tense, and exhausting, the opposite of the light, pleasurable spirit that seduction requires. The vulgarian. The vulgarian lacks grace, charm, and refinement. Their crudeness, tastelessness, or coarse behavior offends the senses and repels rather than attracts, because seduction thrives on elegance, subtlety, and a touch of class. Part 2. The seductive process. Seduction is a process that unfolds over time. The longer you take and the slower you proceed, the deeper you penetrate your victim's mind. The seductive journey consists of 4 distinct phases, each designed to gradually captivate their thoughts, stir their emotions, awaken hidden desires, and ultimately lead to their physical surrender. Phase 1. Separation. Stirring interest and desire. Your victims live in their own worlds, their minds occupied with anxieties and daily concerns. Your goal in this initial phase is to slowly separate them from that closed world and fill their minds with thoughts of you. Choose the right victim. Seduction requires time and effort, so be selective. Not everyone will respond to your charm, so choosing the right target increases your chances of success. Focus on someone who is ripe for seduction, someone with unfulfilled desires, unmet needs, or emotional vulnerabilities. The ideal target is already halfway there. Your role is to awaken what lies dormant within them. Create a false sense of security. Approach indirectly. Once you've chosen your target, your first task is to capture their attention and spark their interest in you. For those who are more resistant or difficult to approach, a slower, more subtle strategy is best. Begin by winning their friendship. The key to disarming a wary target: make them come to you without ever realizing they're being led. And the most effective way to do this? Master the art of mystery. From the very first moment, send mixed signals. Be a puzzle they can't resist solving. Serious, yet fun. Sensual, yet innocent. Strong, yet vulnerable. Let them see just enough to intrigue them, but never enough to figure you out. The moment they start wondering, imagining, fantasizing about who you really are, that's when you've got them. Appear to be an object of desire. Create triangles. To ignite interest and deepen attraction, surround yourself with admirers, former lovers, flirtatious friends, or current suitors. Their presence naturally forms emotional triangles that stir rivalry, suggesting you're in demand and increasing your value in the eyes of others. Create a need-stir anxiety and discontent. A satisfied person won't seek change, so make them restless. Let them feel their life could be better, that they could be better. A little dissatisfaction opens the door. Then show them the way. Master the art of insinuation. Insinuation involves planting ideas in people's minds without directly stating them, allowing them to draw their own conclusions. This technique is particularly effective when dealing with sensitive or controversial topics, as it enables you to convey your message indirectly. To successfully insinuate, you must be strategic in your approach. Choose your words carefully and pay attention to nonverbal cues to gauge the other person's reactions. Enter their spirit. Most people are locked in their own worlds, making them stubborn and hard to persuade. The way to lure them out of their shell and set up your seduction is to enter their spirit. Play by their rules, enjoy what they enjoy, adapt yourself to their moods. In doing so, you will stroke their deep-rooted narcissism and lower their defenses. Create temptation. Give them a taste of something they deeply crave, but don't give it all away. Tease a future moment or experience you might share, then stay mysterious about the details. Just when things heat up, pull back a little. Make them chase the idea of you. Phase 2. Lead astray, creating pleasure and confusion. By now, your victims are sufficiently intrigued and their desire for you is growing, but their attachment is weak, and at any moment, they could decide to turn back. Your goal in this phase is to entice them further until they reach the point of no return. Offer pleasure to keep them yearning for more, and sprinkle in some confusion to keep them off balance. Keep them in suspense. Think of it like directing a suspenseful movie. Plan strategically and use well-timed surprises to keep your audience guessing. Just when they believe they've figured you out, catch them off guard with something unexpected. Use the demonic power of words to sow confusion. Use words to spark desire, not just information. Make them feel before they think. Your goal is not to express yourself clearly, but to stir up feelings of desire and confusion. Pay attention to detail. Flood them with details on all fronts, from warm words to thoughtful gestures, mesmerizing colors, sights, scents, sounds, and other fine details. Make them see and feel what you want and distract them from your true motives. Poeticize your presence. Associate yourself with poetic images and symbols, so that when others think of you, they see you bathed in an idealized glow. The more you linger in their minds, the more they weave you into their dreams and fantasies. Let your presence hint at mystery, beauty, and longing. Become a figure they cannot fully grasp, yet cannot forget. Disarm through strategic weakness and vulnerability. The best way to cover your tracks is to make the other person feel superior and stronger. If you seem to be weak, vulnerable, enthralled by the other person, and unable to control yourself, you will make your actions look more natural, less calculated. Confuse desire and reality, the perfect illusion. People spend their time dreaming of adventure, success, and love. If you make them feel they can live those dreams through you, they'll be drawn to you. Speak to their secret desires, stir their emotions, and blur the line between dream and reality until they trust you completely. Isolate the victim. Isolation creates vulnerability. By cutting someone off from their surroundings, You weaken their support system and make them more susceptible to your influence. Phase 3. The precipice. Deepening the effect through extreme measures. The goal in this phase is to deepen everything: their thoughts, their emotions, their attachment. Once your hooks are firmly in place, you can pull them between hope and despair, tightening the grip until they finally break. Prove yourself through spontaneous action. Your target might test you, need your help, or challenge your patience. When the time comes, do more than expected. Step up and impress them by going the extra mile. Show initiative, offer solutions before they ask, and make yourself indispensable. Effect a regression. Use regression to evoke deep-seated emotions associated with their most cherished childhood memories. This is usually effective for those who are serious, mature, and burdened with adult responsibilities. Those memories will probably involve a deep connection with their parents. You can leverage on 4 types of regression. Infantile. Bring back a mother's unconditional love for an infant by flooding them with warmth, comfort, and play. Oedipal. Understand their childhood needs and step into the desired parental role they miss. Ego ideal. Help them to move closer to the ideal person they wish to become. Reverse parental. Let them play the role of a nurturing, protective parent to care for you like a child. Stir up the transgressive and taboo. Ignore marriage oaths, kinship ties, religious or age differences. Use joint transgressions, from acts of mischief to outright taboo, to strengthen your bond. Use spiritual lures. Lure your targets out of their insecurities by making them focus on something sublime and spiritual. If you appeal only to the physical, your target may feel self-conscious about their physical appearance or sexuality. Show that you're not just driven by lust, but something deeper and more transcendent. Mix pleasure with pain. Things get boring if you're always nice and kind. Appeal to their hidden masochistic desires and build the tension with a mix of pain and ecstasy. Phase 4. Moving in for the kill. By now, you've captured their mind and stirred their emotions. Their defenses have melted away, they've lost all resistance and are ready for the final phase. Physical seduction. Give them space to fall pursue or is pursued. Create the impression that your attention is shifting, either towards something new or inward toward your own interests. Let their imagination run wild so they become desperate to possess you and start to pursue you aggressively. Use physical lures. To ignite their desire, you must quiet their minds and awaken their senses. The key is to subtly entice them into lust, sending carefully crafted signals that seep beneath their skin and spread desire like an intoxicating poison. Master the art of the bold move. When your target desires you but hesitates, stir up tension, make a decisive move to break the standstill. The perfect moment to strike and move in for the kill is when your victim is overflowing with desire, yet unaware that the climax is about to arrive. Beware the after effects. The real danger begins after seduction, when passion cools into doubt and disappointment. Leave quickly or stay and reignite desire. If you are after a relationship, then you must constantly reseduce the victim, creating tension and releasing it. If your victim is to be sacrificed, it must be done swiftly and cleanly, leaving you free both physically and psychologically to move on to the next victim. These are the 4 phases of seduction, as defined by Robert Greene. Master them, and you command a timeless tool of psychological influence. This isn't about manipulation. It's about understanding the subtle levers of human behavior, the art of steering attention, and desire to your advantage.